Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another review for Snowfall, Season 4, Episode 5, The Get Back. That made me think of The Big Payback. Shout out to James Brown. Anyway, Leon and the homie, of course, you know, they are fleeing the scene, so they got to get rid of the car that they were driving. And Leon decides, okay, let's blow the car up. So he puts his shirt that he's wearing inside the gas tank, and the homie is like, have you ever done this before? No, but it's gotta work. And so he sets the shirt on fire, and they walk away from the car, and it does blow up. So that works. Leon tells the homie, you know, we're gonna have to split up from here. You go this way, I'll go that way. Homie is like, no, I'm not leaving you. Listen, you're gonna have to. They're going to be looking for us. Like, we dead, right? We're dead men now. So, we got to split up. So, they split up. Leon goes to his mother's house, and she's like, no, no, no. No, no, no. Don't be coming over here, bringing all of that hoopla over here to my house. You have siblings, you know, who still live here, who I still have to care for. Get out. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. Nope. He's looking for a shovel so he can go and dig up some money out back. And she's like, oh, that money gone. I didn't use that money on the bills. So-and-so had to get braces. So-and-so needed this for school. I needed books. We needed all kind of stuff. So, yeah, that money gone. Don't even count on that one. That money gone. And so she go and get whatever she got in her purse, which is probably like $100, maybe $80-something. I don't know. But she pulls that out and gives him her last and the house coat off her back and sends him on his way. Sorry, son. Skully's baby mama is sitting outside the hospital smoking with cigarettes. This is story time. It's not really a story, but do y'all remember when that little boy got arrested for joyriding with his friend, the little heavyset boy who said he wanted to do ratchet stuff with his friends? Him. When he was talking to the reporter, you know, what were you guys doing in the car? Oh, we was just riding around smoking with cigarettes. So now anytime I reference anybody smoking cigarettes, I'm putting that with in there. Smoking with cigarettes. So that's what she out there doing, smoking with cigarettes. And Manboy walks up, and come to find out, that's her brother. Whole time. I don't know if we've always known that or what, but that's her brother. You know, he said he want to know who killed his niece. And of course she's like, since when? You ain't ever done nothing for me. You ain't been the best big brother. And you know, he knows that. I know I ain't been the best big brother. No, you have not. You shot up my house. You ain't never been the best big brother. And they've, you know, had this back and forth, or he has been, you know, at odds with his sister because his sister is dating the enemy, or, you know, the enemy is her baby daddy. You know, he says that he did the best that he could with them. So he done had to raise him and his siblings. He's the oldest, I assume. And you know, I don't know if she's, you know, second oldest or what, but he's had to take care of her and their other siblings. And so he hasn't really had it easy. He's been in the streets, been about that life since he was old enough to do something for himself. He sits down with her. And, you know, she of course, she bringing up all his past transgressions. You know, they've never been on good terms. And she asks him, since you care about my daughter so much, what's her middle name? What's her middle name? And he looks stumped at first, but he knows her middle name. He says, you know, she has the same middle name as mommy's. Shantae. So where's their mama? Probably on that stuff. But anyway, he wants whoever hurt his sister and, you know, and his niece and the family and all of that. We're gonna squash the beef that I got with Skully, because we all got to, you know, come together to get whoever killed the baby. Leon, he laying under a bridge, and, you know, he out there with the homeless people, and homeless people don't even want to be out there because it's a cold night. And, you know, so they say that they're going to go to the, shelter, and Leon, you know, he kind of says he gonna sit right there because they offer, you want to come with us, young blood? No, I'm gonna sit right here. And then he hear them sirens. Oh, hold on, wait for me. Wait for me, guys, I'm coming. Jerome, Louis, Franklin, they at the club, and they're talking business, and Franklin, he needs Peaches back in the mix. Peaches, I forgot Peaches' name, but Peaches is the driver, his muscle man that quit. But they need him back. Louis says that they can hold off on what, the business that they have in Little Rock until they, get all of this squared away, until he gets back, or until he can get him back. Manboy and his homies, they pull up. And Manboy basically, listen, my niece was murdered. My 5-year-old niece was murdered tonight. And I'm just going to let you know that it was Leon that did it. First though, he's doing this, cryptic speaking. And Jerome got his, he got his hand on his gun in his back pocket. And he's like, y'all wouldn't believe who's the culprit. Like, guess who it is? Daffy motherfucking Duck. That was Jerome. No, Jerome, not Daffy Duck. But that probably would have pissed me off too. Get on with it. No, I don't want to play the guessing game. Who shot the baby? Leon shot the baby. He's like, listen, I'm just bringing you the transgressions to your doorstep. Listen, the last time we had an issue and it was one of my people, I did what I needed to do. So I'm expecting y'all to reciprocate. I'm expecting the same energy from y'all. Do what you got to do. I'm gonna leave that with y'all. Louis, and she's like, well, you know what you got to do. And frankly, Franklin feels responsible anyway that all of this is happening because, he's the one who stirred up all of this mess between Skully and Manboy. And so he feels responsible. And, Louis just like, listen, whatever. You need to take care of business. Leon been starting his own fires ever since she was, shot and, you was down and you down out bad for a minute. Leon been setting his own fires and ain't nobody about to put him out no more. He chose his side. He chose what he was going to do and he got to live with it now. Franklin, he feels like, no, this problem is all of our problems. So I'm not just going to go and shoot Leon. Uncle Jerome says they got two options. They either protect him and go to war with Skully and Manboy, or they turn him in. Either way, if they have a war, they're not going to survive it. So he got to do what he got to do. And Franklin says, well, he got to find him first. Gustavo, he goes to his family house. Again, guys, I really don't care about Gustavo and what he got going on in life. But they gonna keep showing us a little backstory on Gustavo. So anyway, he's at, I guess, I don't know if this is his ex's house or what, but he at her house and he, get in. And she thinks it's a break-in. So when she gets up after hearing, somebody broke in, she calls the police. And then she goes out there to see what's what. And it's him. And he in there reading stories and talking to the kids. And he is drunk boots. He is so drunk, like really drunk. And she's trying to get, this ain't good for the kids. What you doing here? Like, you're going to have to go. And the police do show up and he's like that drunk and belligerent, like trying to fight the police, trying to resist arrest and all of that. Get off of me, you puta, get off of me. Just going in, just drunk. And he lucky that they didn't tase his ass or shoot him. Anyway, the next morning at the shelter, Franklin's dad is doing a head count and, he runs into Leon. And, of course, he goes to call Franklin. Irene, she's at work. And her mentor, co-worker, the lady that she was, having drinks with, she's getting fired. She walking out with her box of, whatever was in her box on her desk at the office. And Irene is like, what's going on? Like, what? And just before I had some real good tea, what y'all doing? Then the editor comes out there, listen, the publisher is in there. Listen, I don't know what you got going on, but this is just how it has to be right now. Yeah, so now you in charge? Yes, I'm in charge. I bet. The publisher comes out. He want to see what Irene got. So that's that. Franklin, he gets to the shelter and they wake Leon up. We see that. Back at the hospital, Skully and his baby mom are still in the waiting room, and The baby is still on the stretcher, you know, in the hallway in the body bag, and they sitting out there waiting with her. A doctor comes out and gives them her last effects, you know, the things that they took off of her. And she suggests that they go home and get some sleep. Skully say, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not leaving. Fuck that. I'm not leaving. Franklin and Jerome, they take Leon to, you know, one of Franklin's apartment complexes. And they put him up in his little apartment. I think they said he ain't had no running water. I can't remember what it was. The people that was there had to leave abruptly. But they gonna, you know, leave him there and they'll be back with some necessities. And Leon say, listen, I need a gun. Can I have a gun? And then Jerome, you know, goes and gives him the gun that was in his back pocket. He gives him a look. He looks at him like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I know you killed that baby. Are you going through? He just looked at him like, you know, with so much, I feel you, brother. You know, because Jerome already dealing with his own stuff. He done had to shoot somebody dead this week too. And so, you know, they have that in common. He understand the fact that Leon took a life and what Leon must be dealing with internally. But he don't say nothing. He just gives him that look, gives him the gun, and they leave. When they get in the car, though, you know, Franklin asks, you know, how you think he looked. Jerome's like, listen, you kill a kid, you ain't never coming back from that. Like, I known that boy a long time, and I ain't never seen him like this. Poor thing, he gonna need some therapy. Gustavo made bail, and he walking out of jail hung over. I thought he was gonna throw up right there in that parking lot. And Reed is there to pick him up. And, you know, Reed's like, well, what's going on with you? What happened? Nothing you need to know. Don't even worry about it. Reed tells him that Franklin needs to see them, so they're gonna go do that. Gustavo he's hungover, but he's good. He's good to go. Don't take me home. Let's go. Back at the hospital, the nurse rolls the baby away to prepare for an autopsy, and Skully get up showing out. Where y'all taking my baby? Don't be taking my baby. Like, he was going off, you know, threatening the people and all of that. And the man is like, listen, I got the job to do. All murder victims have to be, you know, we have to do an autopsy on them. That's just what it is. And he's like, it ain't no mystery, though. She got bullet holes all up in her. You know how she died. Sir, I got to do my job. And then, you know, baby mama, she walk up and, you know, pull them apart. You ain't going to do nothing but let these people do their job. That's what you going to do. And I'm going home because I'm tired of being up in here and I need to get up out these bloody clothes. Peace. And so she leaves. Teddy, Reed, and Gustavo, they meet with Franklin. Reed asks about Peaches, and, you know, Franklin gives him an excuse. Peaches is off for the day. But he tells him, you know, a little girl got killed. I need to know what the cops know. And Reed is like, was it one of your men? Maybe. Perhaps. Can you find out some information? That's all I need from you. And Reed says, you know, I got you. I'm gonna do what I can do. I'll get back with you by tomorrow. Reed also looks like, damn, a little baby was killed. You know, it's all the adults around are like, shit, maybe we shouldn't be doing this because baby's getting killed now. I think we done went too far. I think we done took it too far. And yes, y'all did. Y'all didn't take into consideration that these folks, that we as in the black folk will be out in the streets killing each other over turf wars and all kind of dumb stuff. Kids, you know, are around and nobody cares. Like, yeah, y'all done did too much. Reed, and you to blame too. Not just Franklin, not just Leon, you too. Irene, she is, you know, in the office, and she's told the whole office, you know, her spill, you know, what she found out from the old DEA, and they're all shocked. The United States government is giving us cocaine. Yes, they are. That's exactly what they're doing. Bringing cocaine into the country. Yes. I don't know why y'all surprised, but it's a big story, you know, Pulitzer Prize almost. But her boss, he needs a little something more credible, and he want another witness. He's like, I need somebody else. Like, this DEA agent, like, he ain't gonna get up on the stand. I need somebody that's gonna testify. I need something tangible, something that's gonna get this story all the way to where it needs to go to. So she got to go back out and, you know, do some more. She needs resources and all of that. All the all the resources that the paper has, she wants to utilize it so that she can, do the story. But before they give her that, she got to find somebody else to corroborate all of this. She's thinking around, and she thinks, okay, what about incarcerated Colombian drug lords? You think they'll talk? I'm gonna talk to them. So she gonna go talk to them. Leon is asleep, and we see Franklin and Jerome like sneaking in the house, and Jerome got this crazy look in his eyes. Like he's looking like the doppelgangers. Is it doppelganger? Doppelganger? Doppelganger. The people that look like you. In the movie Us, he looks like the evil version of their, of themselves. And Jerome giving that crazy look, and Leon wakes up and he pulls his gun and it's click, click. And Franklin says, click, click, click. You thought I was going to give you a loaded gun, nigga? And Leon is like, you think I'm afraid to die? Oh, okay. And he pulls the trigger. It's a dream sequence. Then we see he wakes up again, and we hear all this screaming and this crying, and it's baby mama. She over there. You's a dead motherfucker, Leon. I was like, girl, you better act. You better act, girl. You better act. You better give us range. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, he's still dreaming. This is getting to him. This is really getting to him. And of course it would. I'm sure it would get to anybody. But now, he worried about his life. He's worried. And he better be. Because he should know that Skully and them are after him. He should know that the police are looking for him. Like, it's all bad for Leon. Leon wakes up. Like, he wakes up for real this time. And he hears a familiar voice outside. And it's Sissy. And she done came to see him. She sees him glaring out the window. And so she go over there and let herself in. And this was given. As soon as the door opened and she came in and set her bags down and said, come on, sit down. Pulled out her comb. I was thinking, do what you want to do. Baby, it's up to you. Sit me between your legs. Mom, won't you braid my hair? Baby, make me feel alright. Make it last all night. It was really giving Mario braid my hair because it really lifted his spirits. That's what he needed. He was crying. It was a nice little scene. She took care of her, bonus son, because Leon is like a son to her. So seeing him like this and knowing what she knows, she had to go and let him cry on her bosom. Okay? Braid his hair. Okay? Make it feel all right, mama. Make it feel all right. Anyway, Gustavo is all sobered up now, and Reed tells him, Franklin's in trouble, and he can't really help him. And, Gustavo apologizes about his behavior the night before and all of that. And he tells him, he's going to get sober, but he needs something from him. He wants him to find somebody. Couldn't make out who he said, because I really don't really care about Gustavo's storyline, but he looking for somebody and he need Reed to help him. Franklin asked Sissy, you went to see Leon. She went to go, what you was doing over there? And she says, listen, I had to go check on him. He ain't no different than you. That's why I went to go check on him. And, he thanks her, but she's like, I ain't do it for you. Shit. And he gets up to leave, and, of course, he ain't finna tell her where he going. I love you, ma. Bye. Manboy drops by on Skully and his baby mama, and, she wants to, he's there trying to apologize and all of that. And, of course, Skully is like, nigga, what the fuck you doing in here? He ready to pull out his gun. And baby mama's like, listen, he's here to apologize on my behalf for me. And you gonna sit here and you gonna listen. That's just that. Shit. Skully feel guilty about having the baby around all of that because Manboy has told him in the past, not to have the girl around all of that mess. And, he think he there to glow. He ain't there to glow. He's really there like, listen, I'm family. I'm here for support. I want Leon dead just as much as you. We can squash our little beef for right now. Like, this is about the baby. Irene, she's visiting the Colombian drug lords, and they've been sitting in prison, no phone call, no nothing. They ain't had no rights. And and then when she, of course, she's like, I want you guys to, give me some information on X, Y, and Z, on the government and all of that. And they're basically like, why would we help you? Well, you wouldn't be snitching. You would be getting the person that put you in here. And then she show him a picture of him and everything. He's the one responsible for y'all being in here. Don't y'all want to get him? And of course, oh yeah, show you right. Of course we do. Teddy Reed meets with Franklin, and the cops have gotten a print off of the bullet that they found at the scene, so they already know Leon was there. And Franklin, Louis, Jerome, the clique, they're listed as known associates, so it's gonna come down on everybody until the police can find Leon, and they're gonna really be knocking at their door. So yeah, they got a problem. They're gonna have to fix that. Leon's mama, she watching the news and she sees her son's face plastered on the news. Sissy and Franklin daddy, they watching the news and sees what happened, and Sissy just looking guilty. Franklin daddy can't even look because he already know who did it and all of that. And how many times has that happened in the hood where families and people just know who did it and sit and watch the news like they don't know what happened. The people just pleading, please somebody call the tip line. Please somebody say something, do something so that we can get some justice. And people just be sitting at home watching the news like, knowing Ray right down the street at his mama house in the basement. But won't nobody call the police and tell them that's where he is. Anyway, yeah, because everybody watched the news that night, knowing where Leon is, knowing what happened, and they all just sitting there looking. Louis turned the TV off and it's like, listen, we got to take him far away. Tell him y'all got another spot for him, and when you get far out enough, do what you got to do. Skully, we see him getting a tattoo of baby girl on his back. And, he and Manboy just sitting on their hands. Baby mama coming there like, what the fuck going on here? Why ain't y'all out getting Leon? I want Leon dead today. Today. Get it done today. Thank you very much. And you can get out, tattoo artists, up in here, fool-la line and parlaying and just having a good old time. Like, my baby's murderer just ain't out free in the streets. Go get him. Leon is at the house. He outside getting some fresh air. He done got his hair braided. He got his fresh braids. He outside. And he, looks into a neighbor's window. He can see that they're watching the news. And he sees his face and the homie's face on the news. Mug shots. The police are looking for them. And so, of course, now he panics because he's wanted for murder. Franklin and Jerome, they go to Leon's house. He ain't there. Leon is in the projects going to his old apartment to get some money, and he gets some money out of the back of his couch, and he gets out, he makes it out, and Skully and his friends are outside. Is that nigga Leon? There you go, right there. Of course they pull up on him, pull their gun out. All Leon got is this little pop 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 pop. And they got the them kind of guns, and so they riding by. And Leon, he's running and ducking and dodging the bullets. And then Franklin and Jerome pull up in the alley. Get on in this car, dumbass, with your dumb ass. Get in the car. And they just, they're out. That was so convenient, for Franklin and Jerome to just be pulling up at the right time. That's TV, though. Because in real life, come on, guys. Really? He running for his life, and he just so happens to run right into, safety. Okay. All right. Irene, she's bringing the corroborated stories, of the drug dealers to, the editor or whatever. And he's all in now. He's good. You brought me what I needed. Yes, we can move forward. Franklin, Louis, and Manboy meet, and, where's Leon? Oh, no Leon? Oh, okay. I'm really disappointed in you. Like, I respected you, because you somebody, no matter what it is, like, you was always about your business. And this ain't really like you, Franklin. this ain't like you, you know, like this is gonna have some harsh consequences, and you know that. You really want to go to war like over little ass Leon? Yep, because that's my friend. Duh. That's family. Duh. Yeah, we're going to war about Leon. Y'all just get equipped and get ready. Manboy tell him, listen, I hope you got a plan, nigga. Because what he say something about a shark? He always got some damn, what you call them things? Metaphors. Get out of here, Manboy. Like you done been to school or something. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's where it ends out at. I enjoyed it. I gotta hurry up and watch this latest one because it already done came back on me. So I gotta get y'all episode 6. It'll probably be next week. But here's episode 5 to hold you over. Okay. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.